Much alone. What's going on, everybody? It's Mitpar Films here. It's something a little bit different on the channel this time around. I'm here with a gentleman who was supposed to get Cole Bennett's contact information, but he got mine instead. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Quest Clown.
Good. Chilling. Yeah,
feeling good. Got all of your stuff up here. We got the Better Off artwork up here in the TV.
Yeah.
For the first time. So first of all, who made this? Because this is actually like super cool.
Yeah, so this was a friend of mine. Her name is Georgia. Yeah, like she did an amazing job on this. I was checking out her artwork for a long time actually. Yeah, like just came together and yeah, like she completely just like took full control over it and yeah, it was great. I think it turned out amazing.
Yeah, very nice. Alright, and so just kind of jumping right into it, I did want to ask, where did the name Quest Clown come from, and did you have to like go on a quest for this title, or like did you have to get this like bestowed upon you kind of thing? Give me some lore.
The name actually dates back to probably like 2017 is when I first came up with the name, and it started out with, I've always kind of had this like weird not fascination, but like kind of just always thought clowns were like cool, but in like a creepy kind of way, you know? And when I was younger, I was really like afraid of them and stuff. So I always kind of had just like that idea sitting off, you know? The quest thing, it was like my first class out at the JC, and there was actually a kid in my class whose name was Quest. And I had never heard anyone with that name
like
before.
His legal name was
Quest?
Yeah,
his legal name was Quest, yeah. And I never heard anyone with that name before. That in itself I thought was cool. Just eventually kind of put the two together and it just like sounded really cool. And as time went on, it kind of like took on more of like a duality kind of meaning, you know? Like good and bad, things like that, where the quest part is like the parts of like people that like really want to achieve something in life and take life seriously, don't want to waste their life and things like that, but also like the clown part where like you just gotta have fun and enjoy the ride as well. You kind of gotta have both, you know, so.
Yeah, you gotta have the duality, right?
Yeah, exactly, duality.
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
So.
Alright, and since you brought up just clowns in general, in order, if you had to pick one of these to be your teacher, alright? Krusty the Clown, Captain Spaulding, or Pennywise?
Definitely Pennywise.
Pennywise? Why? Why are you picking the interdimensional being over just some weirdos?
It's funny because he was like the first clown that I saw when I was younger that I was really like creeped out by, but like fascinated by too. That clown specifically was a big inspiration for the clown part. Quest
right.
Clown. Yeah.
Talking original Tim Curry.
Yeah,
clown,
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
for sure.
From,
yeah.
1990, I think. So.
Yeah, the 90, yeah.
Classic. So.
Mm-hmm. Was the sewer scene the first one you saw too? That first
I think
part?
so. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been officially putting out and making music for?
Officially since 2019, a little over 4 years, I think.
A little over 4 years now. All right.
Yeah.
How many songs and/or projects have you put out? Albums, EPs, anything like that?
Man, like in total, like I think there's like 9 songs out, 9 or 10 songs. So I released my first single in 2019, which is a song called Crush, and that was just like my first official release as Quest Clown. And then in 2020 I released 2 EPs, one titled U-Turn and the other titled Switch Up. About a year or 2 went by, and then followed up with Fallen Away. You know, there's like a little bit of a gap just because like the pandemic and just like, you know, just like recording and getting things right again, you know?
Mm-hmm. Were you relying on like studios and stuff to go record, or do you have like your own setup?
Yeah, so yeah, like relying on like studios and producers and like engineers and musicians and stuff like that to just get, you know, new songs done. And yeah, so Fallen Away was like the first one back, and that like little gap. So, but yeah, I think in total, yeah, so that was a single, and then the most recent song, Better Off, is the most recent single too. So,
gotcha. All right. So you kind of go between pop, punk, alternative, rock, everything in between those genres. Do you have any specific like artist inspirations, any bands, singers, any sort of musical talent that you kind of looked up to or still look up to?
I mean, right out the gate from the very start, like Nirvana was a huge inspiration and still is in the beginning for sure. Going more into like the pop punk kind of realm, definitely like Blink-182 has always like been on my playlist as well. Yeah, I say those two bands for sure, like huge inspirations. And yeah, like there's a lot of newer bands too, and like artists out too that like are like still doing that genre, but like more kind of modern too. So I'm like always kind of looking at like the newer stuff as well. So, but yeah, I'd say like the core would be like Nirvana and Blink-182 for like Quest Talk music and like inspiration and yeah. So
For sure. Okay. So, also, we do have some stuff with your logo up here. So we have your guitar, if you want to hold that one up first, because that one's got it all over it.
the signature.
The signature QuestCon guitar.
Hopefully there'll be a Fender model someday.
Absolutely, most definitely.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the logo?
The logo was created back in high school actually.
My cello.
I was a TA for an English class back in high school. There wasn't a whole lot to do in that class, so I would just like sit in the back of the class and just kind of like draw a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that face just kind of randomly just kind of like happened as I was just like doodling a bunch of random stuff back there. I had that for a long time too. Yeah, I think that was probably like 2015 is when I first kind of came up with that, and then I like held on to it for a long time. And there's actually even like old photos where like it looks completely different too, but it's still like it's still that. But yeah, so that was back in high school as well. So
what high school did you go? I don't know if we went over this or not.
yeah, no, I don't think we did.
I don't think so. Okay, so what high school did you go to?
I went to Korea.
Korea. Oh, okay. I went to SRHS. I was like, wait, did we go to the same high school?
Yeah.
Because we went down the whole like job thing before.
Yeah.
Another thing for context, we were shooting the Fallen Away video. Aidan, who's with us, he's off screen right now. He's helping out. But we were walking back over to where our first shot was set up, and I was like, I swear to God, I've seen this guy or met this guy before.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen him perform somewhere or if I've just like met him. And then you came back around the corner from your car and you were like, hey, did you used to work at the mall?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I used to work at Spencer's, and you worked 2 doors down from me.
Yeah.
So I definitely bought like some socks from you or something at some point. Okay, so something a little different here. Underneath this table, I have 2 bags. Would you like bag number 1 or bag number 2?
I'll do bag number 2.
Bag number 2?
Yeah.
We're not cool enough for a sponsorship, but I would like you to try this. This is Cinnamon Toast Crunch popcorn.
Oh wow.
I would like you to open that and try one piece for me right now.
It sounds good. Cinnamon Toast Crunch popcorn. It's actually pretty good.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
Okay. Give me like a 1 out of 5 rating. Out of 5 guitar strings.
6.
6 out of 5 guitar strings.
Probably give it like a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty solid.
Not bad.
Does it taste like more like the cereal or more like popcorn?
More like the cereal, I'd say.
More like the cereal?
It's like a weird kind of balance though. It's like almost like caramel-y.
Did they actually nail like a weird snack for once?
Maybe.
That actually is pretty solid.
Yeah.
That actually is pretty good, you're right.
Thanks.
Alright, yeah. We briefly brought it up right before we started recording, but would you like to talk about some of the backlash that you got for smashing your guitar for the Better Off video?
No comment.
No
I'm
comment?
just kidding. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Like, I did it. I'll probably do it again. I have no regrets. It was a junk guitar, so it didn't work. So if anyone was upset about it, then that sucks for you.
How many guitars have you owned then?
Not that many, actually, to be honest. In total, maybe like 5 or 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like since you like officially like started putting out music, or
Yeah.
since you like started playing?
Since I started playing, really, yeah. I started playing on the acoustic guitar, actually. And that's still, like, where I write, like, all the songs, really. Is just, like, on an acoustic guitar first, and then I'll take it over to, like, electric guitar and stuff like that. But, yeah, like, acoustic and electric, like, in all, yeah.
That's really good. So you start all of your songs on an acoustic guitar, and then you swap over to, like, an electric guitar.
Yeah, and then I'll take it into, like, whoever I'm playing with and stuff, and make it more of a like rock feel and stuff like that. So
We only have two, and my feelings won't get hurt. Better Off or Falling Away?
for like the video or the song or what?
Give me like a 50-50.
I mean, I feel like Falling Away is just like it feels like it's like a classic now, to be honest, just because like, one, I'm like honored that it was like your first ever rock music video, and I feel like that like could like open the door for like other people that, you know, may want to do a video with you but like are in a different genre, you know, and like so that in itself is cool. So I feel like it's always gonna have like a special place for me, just because it just feels like it's like a classic. It was like the first song back from that huge gap too, and like the like video, the song, it just like all turned out amazing. They're both different, you know, and that's kind of my goal with songs and with videos especially, is to like make them all completely different but still be like Quest Clown, you know.
Still have you behind.
Yeah, and I feel like we did a good job with that, like, you know, because if you compare like Falling Away and like Better Off, like two completely different vibes, but like it's there, you know, if that makes sense. So,
it's there,
yeah.
When is this clown's quest gonna end? What is your end goal with your music?
I mean, I've been saying it from the start, and I say it like every night before I go to bed, and I say Quest Clown worldwide, you know. That's not just like because I think like it's so cool and like this and that, but I just feel like the like message behind the music, a message of like inspiration and hope, and like the songs are just songs that like the whole world should hear. I think it can really help a lot of people that are struggling, just anything, you know, because we all go through things. I feel like the music that has inspired me has really helped me through like hard times and things like that, so I hope that my music can do the same. But yeah, like the end goal is just to get it out there as much as I can. Yeah, like I'm gonna do this till the day I go out. So
got one more quick little one, just kind of about performing in general. I've seen you perform at the Phoenix a couple of times down in Petaluma. Very clearly pulled like some hefty ass crowds out there. So is there anything that you do as like a routine to prepare yourself to perform, or how do you kind of put together a set list? Because you've gone up there and you've performed your own songs, but then last time I saw you perform, you were performing a Green Day song, and you performed the Fun song from SpongeBob. So how do you decide what songs to throw down on stage, or do you have anything kind of that helps you think of what to do beforehand?
It's really whoever I'm playing with, to be honest. Like this last show I was playing with two like amazing musicians, Gregory and Jake. And yeah, like from the moment we like got in the garage and stuff like that and like started playing, like the vibe was just there. Yeah, like a lot of those like cover songs and like the Fun song and stuff like just kind of happened like very randomly, you know, like it like wasn't set out or planned. We were just kind of just like having fun and just like rehearsing my songs that are already out and stuff like that. But then like I like always like to throw in like a cover or like just like something like fun, you know, because at the end of the day, like, you know, just want to entertain as well and just put on the best show. But yeah, as far as like the thought process and stuff beforehand, like really just like what songs I feel would like hit the best for wherever we're playing at. Yeah, like just songs that I haven't played in like a long time too. Like there was like a few songs that like I haven't played in like a couple years live, you know, so it was cool to kind of bring those out and like play those again for the first time. And but yeah, it's really all just about the vibes, you know, like just, you know, I'm a vibe person, you know.
And speaking of old performances, I'm gonna pull some up for you real quick. I would like you to discuss this video.
Oh wow. Where did you find this? This is crazy.
So
Wow.
that
is awesome.
almost 4 years ago now,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Almost 4 years ago. So before I even met my roommate Lucas, he actually went and saw you perform there.
Wow.
And that's when he first heard you.
That was at the
And
Orchard House.
How was that? Do you remember how that night went at all? Or was that kind of just like oh, this is happening, let's just go do it?
That was my third show that I ever played. Hearing that, man, I've improved. At least I hope I have. Because that was, I hope I've improved since then. But no, that was a really fun night as well. That show was actually like after that show, I really felt like, yeah, like this is what I'm supposed to do, you know? Like that was like a big moment just because, you know, like was, you know, still getting used to like performing and playing in front of people, and like that was just a whole new thing where like I didn't really know like what to really like think of it or what to really do, you know? But that was a really fun show. Actually, the day after that show was when I got the Quest Clown tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that's how like inspired I was off of that show specifically, where I was just like, yeah, like, so
Yeah.
it was the night or the day after that, was when I just went in and like got the Quest Clown tattoo and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you said, when your realization kicked in, you're like,
yeah,
this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, and just like this is it. It's like, you know, like this is where I do. This is where I play music, you know. So, but that's crazy. That's like an old school video.
I had to hit you with one
cool.
like Nardwuar thing.
Yeah, no.
Because as soon as we like first started, because I told Aidan and Lucas, my roommate, I was like, hey, I'm shooting a rock video, and they were like, oh, who for? So I sent them your Instagram, and Lucas was like, no way. And then he originally sent me a video of you playing All Star by Smash Mouth.
Oh, yeah.
But that video is unable to be found for the time being. But he also had that one from the same night.
That's crazy.
So, but yeah, the progression is...
that's crazy. Yeah, you should definitely send that to me. Cause
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Like old school stuff for sure.
Yeah. He's probably got more. I'll go bug him for him. Aidan, you got any questions for him?
I was actually gonna. You threw to me and I wasn't.
Not bad,
I
not
actually
bad.
had some other questions about like production sides of things. So like, Quest, you were actually the first video I believe or the second video I ever worked with Mitchell on, and you and I have worked on a couple different projects with like Fallen Away and Better Off. Fallen Away was much more of a shotgun shooting style. Like, let's go out to a place, let's just have a good vibe, record a bit, and like much more loosey-goosey, whereas with Better Off, we spent much more time in the production stages, like securing a place, like coming up with choreography and like more storyboarded shots for the music videos. And I was wondering, is there like, what sort of like creative processes, like through the stuff that we worked with, like what's the stuff you vibe with, what's the stuff that's like, you know, necessary, but like, you know, it is nice to just have that like, you know, go out and shoot stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have like what's some like production stuff that you were really into that we've worked on?
Yeah, so like I said before, like I feel like I strive to like make every project a little different, you know? And yeah, like with like Fallen Away, like that was really like the idea to just like go out like one shot, one take type of thing, you know, just really kind of like when I watch it, like it just looks like we're all having like a good time, you know, like, and like we really were, you know, and I think it like shows on screen that like it was just like in the moment, all like one or two takes, like didn't really put a whole lot of like thought into, oh, can we do this again, this and that, you know, just kind of like more sporadic, you know, as opposed to like Better Off where like, yeah, like a little more time into it, like prop wise, set wise, like, and yeah, I think that just has to do with, yeah, like just me striving to do something different each time. And I'm always kind of looking at like what would be something cool to do, and I've never like done a video like on like a set or like using like props or like things like that. When I came across like the set and the props and things like that, I'm just like, that would be cool to do for like this like next one, you know? Yeah, like I think it turned out great, but yeah, I guess it just depends on the vibe of the song too. Depends on like how much like production I want or like things like that. I feel like with like Fallen Away is just like really kind of, it just is like a fun song, you know? So I felt like the video should like reflect that. Better Off has its more kind of serious kind of elements at times, but still like celebrating too somewhat, you know? So yeah, like I always think about how to translate the song that you're hearing into like a visual thing and like what that could look like. So as you guys know, I'm really like hands-on with like a lot of the stuff that I do, you know, as opposed to just like, hey, like just do this video for me, you know, like I like to be like involved, things like that. And yeah, so I guess it just depends on the song too, you know.
For sure.
Because like I said, I'm a big vibe person, you know, so.
Another question I had was, the North Bay has a very like, not like new and up and coming, but like a culture that exists that's like very different from like the Hollywood music scene, where a lot of the people that are up here are business owners. They work other jobs, like they have a litany of other things that they're doing, and there's a lot of creative people that I feel aren't quite, or I suppose there's like the motivation and the willingness to be like, all right, I have all this situation, all of this stress. Is there anything that like kind of in your writing process or in your like inspiration, like the thing that kind of gets you up and going and like working on these projects, is there an aspect to it where it's like, all right, we got to kind of like, let's get this going? Or is it just like all sort of like full flowing, full natural? Like, do you ever have like that type of struggle? Or is there like anything that you'd like to say to people who might?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people that are like hesitant to do something, or like they're unsure, you know, of like what it is they need to do or how to do it or how to go like about it. But like ultimately you just have to do it, you know, like you have to just like put in the time and like just like not give up, you know, because I had all these ideas in my head and I still have way more too, but like as far as to like where I'm at now, when I look back to when I first began, I had all these like ideas and I had no idea like how am I going to do this or how am I going to do that, or like it was just hard to grasp, you know. So like I know what it's like to like not see like results and stuff like that, you know. Like I said, I just never gave up. Yeah, I feel like you just have to do it, you know, like you can't care what like anyone else thinks, or like, because you know, you know. Yeah, I feel like if I just kept those ideas in my head and like never did anything, then, you know, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, you know. So I just encourage like anybody who like has an idea or a dream but doesn't know like how to make it fully happen yet, like to just like do it, you know. Like you just gotta post that first thing, or like just reach out to that person, or, you know, you just have to try things, you know, and see like, okay, like it's ultimately either gonna work or it's not, you know. But if you just keep on going, like you'll find the ones that are like meant to be there and stuff. So
yeah, I think that ties in beautifully with just like the career that we've had together and like making videos, where like Fallen Away, we just met up and started shooting and having a good time. And I think people confuse things being expensive or things being overworked for being quality, whereas like all you really gotta do, and I think something that you express beautifully like with the way that we make videos and the way that you write your music, where it's just about having the passion and about going out and just completing whatever steps you can. Mm-hmm. And I really do think like we started with just going out and shooting, but we got a studio, we got these like big ideas, and we're building off of them. Is there any big ideas coming next down the pipeline? Do you have like some stuff you want to kind of get off, or like?
Yeah, no, I mean, I have like unreleased songs I've been sitting on for a little while. I actually just reached out.
I'm waiting on them, don't worry.
Yeah, there's things being discussed, and yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to the next video, just what it's gonna look like and how it's gonna be, you know, because like I said, I like always strive to do something completely different, you know, and to just keep it fresh too. So I feel like the like next one will be different than the two that we've done, you know. It could be a mesh of kind of both of those together or something, or I mean, you just never really know. But yeah, like main goals are just like get these songs out, good videos to go along with them, play live, tour, just get the music out there. Yeah,
we get to be on the tour bus, right?
Of course.
Okay, we're good. All right, those are all of the questions we have for right now. Mr. Quest Clown, do you have any events coming up? Do you have any new songs coming out? What are some things to plug yourself right now?
Yeah, so the most recent song and video, Better Off, is out. Go and check it out. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, all platforms, just under Quest Clown. And yeah, as far as like what's next, just gonna try to get these unreleased songs out, and there'll be some show announcements soon. So
thank y'all for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I've never said that before. This is so weird. Thank you for watching, everybody.
But I'm better off on my own, 'cause I'm